G'day and welcome back to the channel. For this episode we're just going to do a little camp out in the backyard tonight, but more importantly we're going to be doing a camp oven cook. So we've got the pot, going to be doing a beef and red wine stew. So I've got a tarp here, we're just going to get that sort of set up in the back and then we'll get the fire cranking. So let's get this tarp set up and we'll get cracking on it. So I haven't actually used this tarp before. It's a lightweight fly tarp. It's about 3 meters by 3 meters, and we'll just put it up and see how it goes. So it's reflective silver on the inside and have a nice tanny colour on the outside. So the tarp is up. That was not easy. It's rather windy this afternoon for some apparent reason. So we'll see how long it lasts. It's very lightweight, really just designed for rain and probably stringing between some trees and such. But we'll see how it goes. Right now we're just going to get this fire going. So I'll get that all going and I'll bring you back then. Okay, so the fire is going. I've got some coals happening there. So the first thing you want to do is grab your pot, put it on the coals and get it nice and warm. So we got that over there heating up. What I'm going to do is first up chop some onions and a bit of garlic. Then we'll put some oil in the pan, fry off the onions and garlic. And then we'll dice up this beef here that we got and we'll add that to it. So let's do the onions and that first. So we just got these little small baby onions. They give quite a good flavour. Just going to peel a few of those. Just going to rough chop these squares. Okay. Then we're going to do some garlic. I've got some garlic here. So I've got about 5 bits of garlic and a bunch of onion in there. Okay, so I got these 2 nice pieces of beef brisket here. I got these because they've got a bit of fat and that on them, and they'll add more flavour to the dish once it's kind of finally finished. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the onions and the garlic, some olive oil in the pan, then we'll add the diced up beef, and we've got some diced tomatoes which will go in as well, the beef stock and red wine. Just near the end there we'll add a touch of gravy, got a bit of gravy mix there to go in, and then we'll just be doing mashed potato underneath. So let's dice up this beef. We're just going for a nice chunky dice. Okay, got our beef diced up, got our onions. Let's head over to the pot. Okay, the pot's on, quite hot. Just going to get a good amount of olive oil in there. And chuck in the onions and garlic. Stir around. Once they've been sauteed a little bit, let's sort of move them to the outside, and then we're going to add our beef, but just a little bit at a time, just kind of get each bit cooked a little bit as we go. just want to sear the outside of the meat. We'll add a bit more. Okay, we'll add the rest. Okay, we've sealed that off quite well. Okay, now once that's all sealed, we're just going to add some red wine. This is literally a clean skin that you can get from Dan Murphy's. You can pick these up for about $6, and you can get a white wine as well. So if you want to do like garlic prawns or something like that, you can use a clean skin white wine. And if you want to do some, beef or lamb, grab yourself a red. So just let's give it a nice amount of red. And then we just want to add a litre of beef stock. So what I want to do is fill this with the full litre and then put the lid on, and we're going to let this cook for a whole hour. We'll give it a stir. We'll put the lid on, we'll get some coals on top, and we want to give it a full hour, and just let the meat incorporate the wine and the beef stock, and we'll get back to you in an hour when that's on the go. If you enjoy our videos and our channel, and you'd like to help support our more creative content, you can do so by simply Buy Me a Coffee. It's a web-based app where you can just donate a small amount, like a coffee, which will contribute to going to us to make more content and more special adventures for you guys. So if you'd like to help out, click the link below, and we thank you for your support. Okay, so we're just having some carrots in the stew, just sort of there near the end when it's done, so we'll just peel a couple of those. And then we'll just rough chop them. And then we're just going to have some mashed potato with the, underneath, which will be great. So we'll peel a couple of these. We'll get them in a pot of water, and we'll just cook them inside or something like that for tonight. And then I'll show you a secret way to mash potatoes and get a really smooth consistency without a masher. So I'll see you then. Okay, so that's been about an hour. So we'll just take the lid off and check. Oh, that's simmered right down. You can see it's just started to thicken up on the bottom there. That meat's going to be still fairly tough. So what we want to do is add probably another litre of beef stock. So we'll add this 1 litre. And then once that's cooked down a fair bit, maybe halfway, I'll add the tin of tomatoes and the 2 sachets of the gravy mix. And then we'll reduce that, you know, right down to a nice thick stew. And in the meantime, maybe in about half an hour, we get the potatoes on. And in the same half an hour, we'll throw the carrots in there as well. So, you know, they'll only need half an hour in there. So let's do this for 1 more hour, and then we'll come back to it. Let's get this lid on. Okay, right, that's been another hour. So let's just take this lid off. Oh, look at that. It's really cooking down well. Let's just give it a stir. Oh, that's beautiful. So what we're going to do now is chuck in the tin tomatoes. There we go. Carrots. The carrots in there. And our gravy. It already is quite gravy-ish, but we'll add a bit more flavour here, and we'll let that simmer away for we've just put the potatoes on too, so you know they could take half an hour. So let's just put this on for another half an hour. Let's simmer away like that, and then we'll bring you back when it's finished. I'll show you those potatoes and then we'll dish it up. See you then. Okay, dinner is done. The stew is finished on the fire. So, potatoes. What we're going to do is we're just simply going to use one of these strainers. So let's just strain them off. Get all the water off. And instead of tipping them straight back in there and using a potato masher, here's a little secret I like to do. So I simply use a big spoon and push them through the strainer. So you're literally sieving the potatoes through the strainer, and they come out perfectly smooth on the other side. So just use a little bit of force, push them through like this. You gotta make sure you cook the potatoes really well, otherwise they won't mash. Go, just push them through like that, then give them a little tap just to get that extra potato off the bottom, like that. Now let's salt and pepper. Salt, some pepper, and a little bit of butter. there you have it. So we'll bring you in a bit closer. We'll show you, you know, how smooth these potatoes came up, and we'll dish the stew onto the potatoes. Okay, so here's the potato. Let's put that a nice good amount in the middle. And then let's have a look at this stew. Yeah, so look at that, came up really quite well. Okay, there you have it. So, mashed potato with beef and red wine stew. And it literally was maybe, so it was about 4:30 we got that on there. 1 hour for the 1 litre of stock, and then another hour for the 2nd litre of stock. We added the carrots, the tinned tomatoes and the gravy mix, and it's about 7:10 now. So 4, 5, 6, and just around 3 hours, and you have something very delicious. So let's dish up a couple more of these and dig in. Okay, so there you have it. Let's just give this a taste test. I need to find a piece of meat and see how that tastes.
Wow.
Wow.
That's yum.
That is pretty good. The meat is literally falling apart. So gravy-like, cream and the potato. Oh, I did actually put a couple of little garlic cloves in with the mashed potato, so got some extra flavour garlic there in the potato. I don't think you can see this. I'll show it close up, but without burning my hands. Looks pretty good. Tastes even better. Okay, we're going to enjoy this, so we'll see you later.